Hey guys, CWB here, and we have some more King of Fighters news. Well, it's not really King of Fighters though, but King of Fighters was the inspiration for the reason that this news even exists. As in, there is a few articles. This is the one that I have found first, but there was a interview from Famitsu with SNK Playmore, and SNK has stated that King of Fighters 14 is the beginning of them beginning to focus on video games again. So if you do not know this, SNK Playmore used to be a big forerunner in the video game, especially the fighting game division of video games. It was the three biggies. It was Tekken, Street Fighter, and King of Fighters. Those were the big three back in the day on the PS2 era, and in other consoles that had those games on them as well, but it was mainly prominent in the PS2 era. After that, and after some flunks and failures and some bankrupt issues and financial issues as well, which has to do with bankrupt, SNK stopped making fighting games due to the fact that they was not making money from it that much anymore. And they started to make pachinko machines, which is little gambling machines that you can play in Japan and Korea and in America. They're just pretty much they're slot machines. And they was making their games through that, and every time somebody would see a pachinko machine trailer, a lot of people would get hyped and be like, oh, new King of Fighters game, and like, oh no, it's the new King of Fighters pachinko machine game. And then, I don't know what sparked interest, but SNK recently, within the last year or two, decided to start making video games again. So let's go ahead and just read this here, word for word. So SNK Playmore, the creators of King of Fighters franchise, and inheritor of the 1990s era arcade legacy of the Neo Geo, plans to focus more on video games in the future. This comes courtesy of a summary translation of a new Famitsu interview with Yotokata Noguchi, general manager of the company's video game division. The company had varied towards the then profitable pachinko business, but new regulations have made it more challenging in recent times. Noguchi said, meanwhile, the company's roots lie in video games, the industry where it is most recognizable. Its latest fighting game, the upcoming King of Fighters 14, made a splash as part of the PlayStation Experience's keynote in San Francisco earlier this month, and it was announced at Sony's Tokyo Game Show conference. A PlayStation 4 port of its 1998 fighting game, The Last Blade 2, was also announced during the PlayStation Experience keynote. Ooh, The Last Blade, I haven't played in forever. The company is hatching plans to better use its slate of IP, Noguchi says, including the licensing and tie-up deals with different companies that cater to their own Pacific regions. The company recently ran a bundle deal for many of its classic arcade games with the Humble Bundle. What's not covered in the interview is whether the company's recent purchase of by Chinese investors has any bearing on its move back into games. What's the mention of the success of the mobile titles, including a decent developed version of King of Fighters 98 for mobile phones. So pretty much what this interview is saying in a nutshell, that they weren't doing very well in the pachinko business due to some marketing outroar, and now they are going back to video games due to one, them having a new investor, which is this company that bought this Chinese company that bought them out, and due to two, them being very known for their fighting games and their video game roots. Overall, I'm kind of happy that they're coming back. I'm happy that they're coming full-fledged. I'm sad to see that it took them to go try to do stuff to make more money, which I understand, and to fail at it, for them to actually decide to come back and make video games. I feel like if they would have just stuck it out a little longer and they would have kind of kept the maximum impact thing going for a little bit, as in, and hear me out, when I say kept it going, I'm saying the 3D look. Kept working with it over time and kept developing it, King of Fighters will be in a way better place than it is. Well, SNK in general will be in a way better place than where it was back when they stopped doing it because of the fans not wanting to get over here in the West. Because you got to think about it like this. King of Fighters and SNK and Samurai Showdown and all of SNK's main titles that have come to the West, they have to have a Western appeal audience as well, due to the fact that not only is Japan buying their products, but a lot of Japanese companies that are big, like Capcom, make a lot of their sales in the West. So them trying to appeal to a Western audience is automatically natural. So people did not like the Maximum Impact back in the day, and they wanted them to go back to 2D sprites. What did they do? They went back to 2D sprites, but then nobody bought the games King of Fighters 13 and King of Fighters 12. But hopefully with this new iteration, people are looking up, and I am seeing more and more praise comments and more people really anticipating King of Fighters 14. Hopefully King of Fighters 14 is a diamond in the rough and is a underground sneaker. Hopefully, I have high wishes, but it probably won't happen. But if King of Fighters comes and out of nowhere and outsells Street Fighter 5, I would like shit a turtle. I promise you I would. But regardless, here, this is TWB. Throw some nines if you like it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm out.
City that never sleep, like a song on repeat. Oh yeah, we come with this beat. We keep it sexy like R&B. Now you can sit down and complain about the mundane things, or capture the city. Don't be afraid, live in the fast lane. Bright lights in the street, come on, you feeling like a star, man. Two left to the right, and I can't